Hello all, and welcome to tonight's beer review, which I am dubbing a dark and stormy beer review. Well, it's not really stormy, it's just cold, windy, and rainy. It's a the very short Hawaiian winter. Cold. You know, when temperatures drop below 70 degrees to about 68 degrees or so Fahrenheit. Yeah. So, I'm pulling a Steve Bannon, and I'm wearing two collared shirts. Got the button up and the flannel over it. Oh, I'm a strange person. But we have the perfect beer for tonight's weather. And what we are reviewing tonight is a limited edition Maui Brewing Company Nitro Coconut Porter. So this is same as their usual coconut porter, which is one of their flagship beers. Only instead of being carbonated, it's nitrogenated. Or nitrogenized? I don't know what the term you use is. Same ABV, 6.0, and I'm pretty sure it's more or less the same recipe, only instead of being forced carbonated, it is forced nitrogenated. So, a nitrogenated robust dark ale with hand-toasted coconut and hints of mocha. So, next week we're going to be doing a vertical in which I go and, have them side by side. And it's not going to be absolutely perfect because I don't have two porter glasses, but I am going to try to do the best I can with the tools I have on hand. Probably just going to pull out a wine glass and, use that, or maybe use, I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'm a smart boy. Well, without much further ado, let's go and get into this, shall we? When you crack it open, it just all this escaping nitrogen just goes and fills the air with this pleasant scent of toasted coconut and dark malts, sweet dark malts. I'm going to give her a nice vigorous pour. So, no widget, so you don't really get that nice little cascading effect. You just see the little nitrogen bubbles kind of going up, and it's kind of hard to see here. I'm going to see if I can pull this out a little bit, and not really. So, dark, almost opalescent ruby, with a thin nitrogen beige to light brown head. Darker than my beige shirt, so I'd say a little bit darker than beige. Strong sense of cacao nibs. Sweet coffee. Touches of earthiness that sort of blend into toastiness. And above that, sort of impression of roasted coconut. Coconut is a little bit, coconut's over the malts there. Not much in the way of hop dimensionality, but I'm not expecting any in a porter. Smooth and creamy on the tongue. Especially in the front. Almost buttery. Not popcorn diacetyl buttery, but just buttery texture. In retrospect, I should have let this warm up a little bit more in the can. I only gave it about 5 minutes to go and warm up in the can. I should give it a little bit more. Open it up a little bit. In the front, toasty malts that transition to more of a toasty malted coconut. Sweetness in the front to mids that sort of slowly diminishes into the finish. Just a nice creamy feeling in the long finish. Fairly subtle, not too distinct, but just nice smoothness on the tongue. A hint of almost dark chocolate-like bitterness in the mid to finish. It's probably going to expand a bit as it warms up. I wouldn't say bitterness, more like bittersweetness. So not like you're just put a stick of super dark on your tongue, but maybe about like 60% dark chocolate. Hops are there just to go and provide a sort of balancing bitterness to the malts and the toasted coconut. Contra to, I guess mocha is both chocolate and coffee. I'm getting a lot more chocolate notes, chocolate-like notes from this than coffee notes. Probably due to the addition of the coconut, which makes it lean more towards the creamy side. Gives it a sort of, I'm not going to say effervescent, but just a hint of higher sweetness up here. Can't really say it's effervescent when it's nitrogenated. That's one of the drawbacks of nitrogen, is it doesn't give you a strong of those effervescent top notes, nose tasting notes. No real off notes. I know some people don't really like nitrogenated beers. If you do like nitrogenated beers, I'm kind of on the fence about them. I think you gain some things and you lose some things, so it's not really a superior experience as just a different experience. Both the sweetness and the bitterness are starting to perk up a bit as it warms. All in all, this is really, I really enjoyed this. Do I like it better than the coconut Hiwa, you know, the regular one? Well, I can't say. I haven't had the regular. I'm going to go and open up some coconut Hiwa and just try it. And then next week, we're going to have our vertical. And I'm looking forward to it, really. I'm really enjoying this, and I'm kind of wondering which one kind of suits it better as a beer. I have no idea at this point, but we're going to see. So, Maui Nitro Coconut Porter. I believe this one just came out very recently. They still had a huge stack of it at Whole Foods. Give this one a try as it's a limited edition. And go and pick yourself up some of the regular coconut Hiwa porter that they put out, their flagship, and compare it and see what side you kind of fall on in that respect. So, that is your beer review for this rainy, windy night. Cheers.